So now is a great time to talk about the future of Medicare. There's so much talk going on in Washington right now where they are about to spend a tremendous amount of money on all sorts of different things. And whether that's right or wrong, whether we agree with it or we don't agree with it, really not here to talk about that. We're going to talk about the future of Medicare and how this might impact what is certainly important to us. I'm certainly close enough to Medicare that I'm concerned that it will be there in 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, and you should too. So we need to understand exactly how it functions and what might come of it with everything that's going on. If you're new here, I'm Keith Armbrecht, founder of Medicare on Video, and I help people across the country make the right Medicare choices, and I can absolutely help you as well. If you stay to the end of the video, I'll show you how to download my book, Medicare Made Clear. It's absolutely free, and it's a great resource to have for now and in the future for any Medicare issues that may come along. But let's talk about the future of Medicare and where it may be. First, kind of important to understand exactly how it functions. So what it's all about. Right now, there's about 63 million people in Medicare, and that's a significant part of the population. So an important thing to understand, an important thing to protect. And my concern is when they're talking about spending just trillions and trillions of dollars on all sorts of different programs, what will happen when Medicare actually needs the money itself? And that's kind of where it could get concerning. So right now in 2020, Medicare costs about $776 billion. So that's what it costs to run Medicare. Medicare makes up currently about 12% of the entire U.S. budget. So the budget is huge. Medicare is a huge piece of it. We're not even going to talk about Social Security, which is about equal to Medicare in the size and scope of how it functions within the budget. But Medicare is obviously a big piece of the budget, and it is far from paid for. So it is far from solid ground, and that's what concerns me, is as we spend these trillions and trillions of dollars, when it comes time to refund Medicare, how will it actually happen? So when we look at how Medicare is actually paid for, it's important to understand. And my first question to you, and it's important that we get a dialogue here, is do you trust the government to protect Medicare? Are they capable of protecting Medicare? So in my experience, it's been that they may have good intentions, but a lot of bad things happen, and a lot of unintended consequences happen when they do these massive programs that are going to go out where they want to do one thing, but then the government has control of it, and it ends up doing something else. So first question to you, answer below the video, do you trust that they're doing the right thing and that they know what they're doing? I'd be interested to see exactly what you think of that. When we talk about how Medicare is funded, it's important to understand this too. Most people have no idea. So it's broken down into two silos. So you have Medicare Part A is one silo and Medicare Part B is another silo. They're completely separate from each other, and most people don't understand that's why there is Medicare Part A and Medicare Part B, because they're funded differently. So Medicare Part A, which is things that go on inside the hospital. So if you're inpatient in the hospital, that's what Medicare Part A is going to pay for. Medicare Part B pays for things outside the hospital. So doctor's visits, outpatient surgery, specialist visits, things like that. So they're kind of on different tracks, but obviously we need them both, and we need them both to work. So the way they're funded, the Medicare Part A, stuff that goes on inside the hospital, is funded from payroll taxes primarily. So the money that you have put into Medicare your entire working life is what is used to fund Medicare Part A. It also has income tax on Social Security benefits as part of its funding and some trust fund money as well. But primary source for funding Medicare Part A comes from that Medicare tax on your paycheck every 2 weeks or however often you got paid your entire working life. So that funds Medicare Part A inside the hospital. Medicare Part B is funded by basically money that Congress puts into it. So Congress has to approve funds to make Medicare Part B work. Now it's also funded by premium, so there's no premium for the most part on Part A. On Part B there is a premium, and it's also income adjusted, so the money that's paid for premium goes into funding Medicare Part B. Also, trust fund interest as well goes into funding Part B, but primarily it is money that Congress allocates to keep Medicare alive. Now, back to the premium part, like I said, on Medicare Part A, there's no premium as long as you have worked for 40 quarters. So for 10 years and you've paid into the system, you have no premium on your Medicare Part A. If you have not worked for 10 years contributing to Medicare tax, you will have a premium on your Medicare Part A. So my question number 2 is, do you think you will have a premium on your Medicare Part A? Have you worked for 10 years paying into Medicare? If not, you will likely have a premium. So do you think you've got that covered? Do you think you have to figure out whether or not you have a premium? And again, we help with all that. So if you have any questions, just give me a call, send me an email, we'll walk right through it. We'll make sure everything gets done properly. And the best part is there's no cost to you to let us help you. So hopefully you'll allow us to help you. So that's how things are funded in Medicare. Certainly important to understand. Now, what is the projection of the funding and why is it so concerning right now? And the main reason is the CBO, which is the Congressional Budget Office, which is supposedly nonpartisan and just tells it like it is and tells the House and the Senate when stuff is going to go bad and how much longer they have, says right now that Medicare is going to run out of money, go bust in 2024. And if you look at your calendar, that's not very far away. So that's a couple of years down the road, Medicare is out of money. And the Medicare trustee report, which is similar to the CBO, says it's going to run out of money in 2026. So somewhere between 2024 and 2026, Medicare is going to run out of money. And it's going to be back on Congress to refund it. And in a big way. It's not a small funding issue. And that's where the concern is, that if they fund all these other things with trillions and trillions of dollars, when all of a sudden we need another trillion for Medicare, are we going to have it? And, you know, it's going to play out in a way that's going to be different than other times. Now, what makes this concerning? There's a chart that shows over the life of Medicare, what the chart shows is how far away it is from running out of money. So not how much money or how much it needs, but how far it is away from running out of money. And if you look at this chart, where we are right now today, it's the lowest level it has ever been. So we're closer to running out of Medicare money than we have ever been previously. So is that concerning? Will Congress actually get together and figure it out and fund Medicare and put it off? You know, they generally kick things down the road for a year or two, but you know, Medicare obviously needs more than that. It needs to be a long-term funding project. So something for us to keep our eye on, and if it starts to go crazy, we need to really jump up and do something about it. So I hope this gives you kind of an overview. I don't want to put fear out there for Medicare. It's likely to be just fine. It's likely to survive. Congress generally doesn't have any choice but to put money in it. My concern is, will they have the money to put in it? So that gives you an overview on the future of Medicare. Stay tuned. I'll show you how to download my book right now. You can have it for free without any questions asked. And I hope you found all this helpful. Have a fantastic day. Thank you for taking the time to watch my video. Hope you found it helpful. Something you will absolutely find helpful if you're coming into Medicare, or even if you're already in Medicare, is download a copy of my book, Medicare Made Clear. I've spent a lot of time and a lot of effort on this book, and I give it away for free. You'll find that I cover just about every piece of Medicare in this book, and it's easy to read and easy to understand. I've also put videos throughout the book where I explain everything to you. So if you don't want to read through all the information, just watch the videos and I'll walk you right through everything you need to know about Medicare. You'll also find all the links and the guides that you need now, either to sign up or in the future for things that come along. So take just a minute, visit MedicareOnVideo.com/free book. You can download it right now and it's yours to keep. I hope you find it helpful. Have a great day. Hey, don't go anywhere. These are some of my most recent videos right here. You can also find the link right below this video to download my book, Medicare Made Clear, absolutely free. You can also subscribe to my channel right here. So please, download my book, watch some videos, subscribe to the channel. Have a great day.